fuck all these levas. Let me plug in my all-new Fools Gone Wild Net Banger 3000, homie. What's cracking, you fucking lame? You wanna fucking talk on this shit, you fucking net banger? I'm the net banger, you're the fucking net banger, homie. Homie, I'm fucking half cholo, half cyborg, homie. I'm ready down for whatever, homie. All you fucking lames talking on this fucking massa online, homie. Fuck you and Fools Gone Wild. I don't give a fuck if those fools block me, homie. I'll be back 3 times with 3 more fucking fake ass accounts, homie. I don't give a fuck, homie. This is fucking Snapchat 13 on mine, homie. Where are you from? Mijo, dinner's ready! And yeah, that's my fucking head feet on the background, homie. And well, homie, I don't give a fuck, fool. I fucking caught COVID, I'ma beat COVID, and then I'ma beat your ass, you fucking bitch. What's cracking, homie? Don't you ever call me a fucking lame, homie. Meet up right now. I'm on the corner of Hard Drive and Terrified, homie.
Like, that the DeLorean came to my channel because Amanda went live talking shit. The car went there to defend me, came to my channel, came on my panel and said, you hurt Stephanie's feelings. In real time, I reached out to her in the Dirty Filthies and I was like, oh my gosh, if I did, I'll address it ASAP. But it wasn't until 5 hours later that I really, really did. Because Heather and Carter had this whole other thing. They had a whole Oprah of their own on my channel. So when she asked me, like, about the car, she knows her more. It's the whole thing.
Hey, George, I'm sorry, man. I was about to end it, but I didn't want to.
Just end it. I just wanted to say, hey, who gives a shit, right? Women and their problems.
Oh my God.
Andy?
Why are you crying?
She threw my fucking torta away. I didn't even get to eat my torta. Sorry.
Can't we just be fucking smoking doobies and like, let me have my midget chained up to the toilet while I snort a line off a hooker's ass? Can we just, please?
Ketchup is acceptable on tacos instead of salsa.
Can I get some hip? I never done that before. Oh. Can you do it now? I mean, it's gonna be my first time, and I just really don't want to disappoint you, you know? It's okay. Just do what you know? Okay, I can try. Just like make sure you don't use teeth though, because then I'm gonna have to put hands and feet on your body. I ain't gonna lie. What the fuck? Pull it out. Are you sure this is your first time doing? What the? Where am I at? You, my son, are in heaven. Welcome. Heaven? The fuck is Hitler doing here? Hi. Ah, yes. Hitler actually loved Jewish people. He was forced against his will to be a puppet for the Nazi party. He also tried jeopardizing the whole regime to free them. However, the media won't tell you that. Oh, and he also accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. So there's that. I love black people. Bro, I'm not supposed to be here. That's cap. It says here you're cooked. What? That's not even me. Oh. It's not. That's weird. This never happened before. What's the last thing you remember? I was getting head. Oh. You went into a state of shock so severe that I accidentally sent you to heaven. In other words, she sucked the soul out your shit. Oh, thank God. I thought that bitch had super AIDS. I shall send you back. You a lie.
Oh, Father, tell me, do we get what we deserve? Oh, we get what we deserve. And where down we go, 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 go. Oh, where down we go, 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 go. So where down we go, 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 go. Way down we go. Oh, you let your feet run wild. Time has come as we all go down. Yeah, but for the fall, ooh, my heart, do you dare to look me right in the eyes? Yeah. Oh, 'cause say we run you down, down to the door. Yeah, someday we run you down, down till you fall. And they will
we go.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Way down we Way down we go, way down we go. So way down we go, way down we go.
Hell yeah. What's up, man? Hey, Jay Wojtek, my former co-host back in the day. Where you
Jay
going?
Wojtek, am I here? Am I on?
Yeah, you're here. Can't believe I see Jay Wojtek
Jeffrey
in,
Wojtek, you're
in the
still alive.
house.
How do I
Wow.
sound?
You sound great.
Great.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wojtek. I'm so surprised. Yeah, I saw Wojtek came in the Pod Trash Discord not too long ago. He dropped his phone number and then just left. How's it going, Jeffrey?
Who want to live with you or who want to lie with you? You want to live with you? You got some room? Nah, dude, if we were to live together, man, fuck, it'll be crazy. I don't think my heart can take it, dude. I can't party anymore like that.
I'd like to hear how Wojtek's doing, if he's still, if Time releases little kid stuff still. I've had a lot of people come back. Like, that's the greatest thing about Pod Trash is that it could be years later, 10 years later, and then someone will always come back. We had Jeffrey Wojtek, we had Down East Mike, we had Crazy Southerner. He's in there. He's in there often, actually.
Yeah, he is.
Sauce on Side, ranting like a lunatic. They always come back. My friends. My best friends. Okay, how are we live, Andy?
Yeah, we're like.
So Andy, I was messaging him. Someone sent me a screenshot because I've been totally out of the loop of all this nonsense, and it was a screenshot of Brutal Mafia or something in there saying that Wush got in trouble because he's in Beck's DMs or some shit like that. And I know you cholos like to spread these gossip and fake news, and then people just fucking believe it without even questioning it. They're like, "Oh my god, is that true? Is that true?" Rachella was one of them. She's like, "Is that true? Oh my god, he really gets around."
Trolling. Those two are really good at trolling, man.
Yeah, it's like, come on. I'm like probably the least suspect as far as like going in women's DMs. Go ask her on the internet about how many women I'm talking to in DMs. That ain't my MO. But it just, I don't know, it just kind of was funny, and I was bored, and I was like, you know what? I saw Alex talking shit on Sam Hill, and I was like, why don't we maybe a teaser, but why don't we just go back through that whole argument that I had with Alex and just laugh hysterically at how everything that I said came true? Be kind of interesting.
You want to hear?
Tables have turned.
You want to hear the one with Sam today, or you want to go straight to the one with?
Sure. Play the one with Sam, just so people know what we're talking about and how I found out about it.
Colleges at Ivy League, which are private, Then you get, I think UC is like 10th or 11th. Okay, no, nobody care. Okay, I gotta go, Alex, but I'm not gonna put. I don't feel like fighting with the guy.
Is that true?
He
Wait,
hasn't
can I
gone
read a
beyond.
I need to read a comment by Brutal Mafia.
Sure.
Robin is embarrassed because Mush, that would be Wush, was caught in Beck's DMs. Uh-oh.
You know, I saw that, right?
Wow.
You know what's funny though? Is that he may laugh at that, but he's got his girl gushing all over you, man. Like she fucking plays that video of you dancing and rapping, and I'm pretty sure she's doing, doing touchy feely over that fucking video, man. It's wild, dude. That she always has to play it, bro, and always has to talk about you. Or she'll play the one where you're fighting with Jimmerham, over and over, and she fucking loves it.
I could understand if maybe I was in her. Well, actually, it does make sense. I was gonna say I would understand if maybe we were going back and forth, and she just kept playing it. But I have not talked to this woman, interacted with her. It's got to be at least 6 months now, and she's still playing it. And she's like, I just love it. It's like, okay, you want my attention. That's why.
Yeah.
The other factor is I'm realizing, oh no, it's not that weird because she covers Jimmernam now, and Jimmernam hasn't mentioned her in longer than that, at least a year. He doesn't care about her either. And she's
crazy,
still
bro. That little area there, that's all they do, man. They fake. I get it. The guy's a piece of shit, but I ain't gonna devote my life on one dude. You know what I mean?
He moved on. Now he's doing what Gypsy Rose content and
it's like, well, he's a predator and he's, children. Yeah, save the children, but then at the same time, you got guys in there that fucking had a guy that actually jerked off on little kid's picture and supported the dude. So it's like you can't have one or the other, man.
I think she's just out of ideas, so she has to keep going back to Jimmernam. She has nothing to say.
I don't even talk. Like I go over like whoever she does, but I never call her names. I never make fun of her, and she went live making fun of me, calling me gay and bullying me. You're bully, mate. What if I was gay? You could have hurt my feelings. What the fuck? What kind of shit was that, man? And her buddy Allie. The one that says she never does anything, she does the most.
So she's just because they're making fun of your lisp.
Yeah, I've never even fucking said anything about these weirdos. It's the oddest shit. Like she says she doesn't fucking say anything about anybody, but here you go, man. Calling me Candy Snooze, like what the fuck?
Oh, Allie writes, by the way, the woman who claims her actual job is to be a writer, but she cannot write for the life of her.
Right.
Let's look at this. Look, an example right here. Allie writes. She even named herself that. It's
notice
not
the small W. Notice the small W.
Yeah, it's not capitalized. There we go. That is. There would be an apostrophe there. What I... capital I apostrophe M saying, oh yeah, she's got a little twang on it, saying cooter. Candy Snooze is all up in the girl drama. Yeah, she doesn't know how to spell, no grammar, no nothing. Allie can't write, should be your name.
But yeah, she doesn't attack anybody, she doesn't make fun of anybody. If anybody says anything about her, she loses their mind, threatening people to take them to court and all that. But here she is. Defaming me. What the
May fuck? Is like her beacon and emboldens her to be
that's her be all and I bet you she's those I bet you she's those girls, like if May doesn't call her in a day or two, she'll probably start calling all her friends. May has
okay.
Call me May, please call me back. I'm sending you a message. Are you okay, baby? Are you okay? Guys.
Baby angel.
Sweet baby angel alert. Sweet baby angel alert.
I think, yeah, if May stopped streaming, Allie would probably unalive herself.
Well, man, you don't want to go there. It's too much. There's people that can help with that, Allie. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. You need to step back from, being so mean to people. I don't even know you, and you're calling me these names.
I tried to ask you, and I knew I should have known better than to ask. I was like, the other night when you were on, there's a whole thing with cousins, apparently, and I know all
Oh
the
my
cousins.
God, bro!
I'm like, what's going on, Andy? And you're like, you've been
never-
gone for too long. But the
I've
thing is,
I've never met a dude. Dude, it was so much. I pretty much smacked him around, and he
yeah.
so hurt that I smacked him around that he started going at my people in chat and saying some pretty fucked up shit to him, saying he was gonna hurt them, and people got freaked out. And we're like, yeah, Andy, I'm not gonna come around your chat because I don't want to be a target of this dude. He's a guy that legit has hurt women, like no fucking around, like
The only thing I knew of him is what I said. I watched a stream where Foxman Sean stole his girlfriend in front of him, made out with her, and then as Foxman Sean goes to take a piss, another guy in the background, like just sitting at a table, he must have been one of the guys in the town, recognizes her and goes, "Hey, it's you," and he starts making out with her. And then Sean comes back and he's like, you getting on my woman, man. And then he takes the girl back to his place and apparently ate her pussy or some shit.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah, with those 3 teeth.
Good for him. Shit.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, she's a beautiful lady. That Jess lady's pretty. Yeah. Hey, Lanky Tour. She's a pretty lady.
Jess, her name. Yeah, that's right. I remember now.
But so
I took her for Rachella as the same person at one point. I thought Rachella was her. So they kind of looked similar.
So that happened, right? So all that shit was happening, and I threw some people under the bus, and I felt bad about it because I got into this dude's head, I really got into this guy. He was freaking out, bro. He was losing it. Like people, like his area over there. They were like just making fun of him because they were like, man, this guy came up here and slapped you around. And the dude lost it, man. And he started going at my people. And I admit it, dude. I threw some people under the bus. Not knowingly, but yeah.
I heard a little bit that you threw your own mods under the bus. How did you do
that? Not all mods.
Okay,
so his mods are some of the people in my chat, right? So he came over here and they gravitated over there, right? So one night we were fucking fighting on my panel, and I just happened to notice that his chat someone took his chat down, right? So I had that in the back of my mind, like, oh, somebody took his chat down while we were fighting. So I told him, hey, by the way, I told him, hey, by the way, I fucked with your chat, because he tells that to everybody. He tells everybody that he's gonna take their channel. He tells everybody that he's gonna fuck with their channels, and I'm like, I fucked with your channel. I sent my people in there, and they fucked with your channel. Now, I didn't know it was them. I just made that shit up, right? I fucking totally made it up, and he took it out on them. And he took their, he took their wrenches and shit. But and I apologize for that. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have done that. But when you're like fighting with somebody and you want to piss the other guy off, you say some fucked up shit, right? But yeah, that's where I fucked up. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what we were leading into. This whole thing with Alex, which I found very, very, very comical to watch this all play out while I've been gone. I've been getting little tidbits. It's more fun to watch things happen from the sidelines than to actually interact with it. Kind of just plant the seed and then watch it all play out, and you can laugh about it. And my God, this situation with Alex and May Noodles has been quite the entertainment for me from afar. I've been watching from the bleachers, laughing my ass off, watching this guy cry over his woman twerking for a bunch of dorks online. And my God, as the tables have turned, if we go back and listen to that argument,
it wasn't even a good twerk. It wasn't even a twerk.
No, it was just her jiggling her.
Yeah, it was just like, it wasn't a twerk. You want to see a twerk? Go to Sue.
Robin had a twerking video, remember? But she was in her pants, in jeans from the side. She ain't putting her asshole in the camera lens.
Yeah.
And she also had the right to do that. And this is long before we even met, too. That's the other difference. That's what I want to get into. This whole funny thing, this picture that Alex painted of our relationship, and that I shouldn't have allowed Robin to be on panels with other men because it means she wants to bang them. And then yet here we are today. He's dating a woman whose prime objective is to stream with primarily men, and then sexualize her, and then twerk in front of them on camera as he watches and cries. And now he has to deal with it because he moved across country like a little bitch and then quit his job, and he has no chance and no choice to leave. So he has to be a good little boy or a little bitch boy. Funny, you called me the bitch boy. I'm her house boy. No, it's you, bro. Literally. You actually have to like be nice to her, or she can say, fuck you. I'll go twerk on this other dork stick, and then you can go move your ass back to wherever the fuck you came from. I don't care. She owns you now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself.
I think she actually moved them in. Maybe save him some money. You know.
Oh, save some money on that.
Save him some money on that Motel 6. You know.
I'd love to ask Alex how that deal works. Like, I was really curious. Just like. You talk to a homeless man and you're curious of his story and everything. I'd like to know, what is like the mathematical equation of someone who stays long-term in a motel? Is that more or less expensive than just an apartment? Like, is it because he has no credit? He can't get an apartment. He can't get
I
a
don't know, man.
What is the price for a long-term
motel? That might
be
it. You may be onto something. Like, okay.
Is it cheaper because you get your laundry
No, it's
done
not.
and food?
No, it's not cheaper, dude. It's really
no
not
utilities.
Cheaper. No, it's not cheaper, dude. It's really.
Yeah, but you got to factor that in, Andy.
The inconvenience. It's like over here. If I were to live in a motel, because I lived in a motel. Remember when I first joined Pod Trash, I was living from motel to motel. Even though I had my house, I was living in motels, but I was working. I worked for a law firm where they would set me up, at a Best Western or a Marriott for a week while I did my work. Then I'd travel home on the weekend, and then what I'd listen to would be Pod Trash Radio every time I worked. I don't know if I told you guys that, but that's what I did. I worked for a law firm, right? So I know living in a motel, even the cheapest motel, you're looking at not the cheapest, but like a Motel 6, you're looking at $280 or more a week, right? Now you can go to those cheaper motels, those run down ones, and you're gonna pay about $200, or it depends on the area. But it's not fucking cheap. It's not fucking cheap. To live there week by week, day by day.
So in my head, I was imagining, okay, like when you rent an apartment, like I have done in my life, you have to be responsible. Sometimes you get lucky, utilities are included in the rent, usually not. Usually pay for electric, sometimes water, but usually you get lucky on that. Let's think internet, what are the other things, like your cell phone and all that. So I'm thinking you go to a motel, apparently they cover, I would assume, the utilities. You're not paying for electric and all that stuff.
That's the convenience.
That's included, right?
Yeah,
So then even internet, he could be using the motel's internet. That's why his internet sucks so much and he glitches out every 5 seconds. So I'm curious if that evens out. If you're not paying for utilities, you said it was what, 200 something a week?
Yeah.
246. That's $800 a month. That's cheaper than it depends on the area.
A Motel 6 will be about between $40 to $60 a day, right? Depending on the area.
But they give you discounts for long term, I'm sure.
What did I do to you? Why are you so upset with me? Someone messaged me and said, "Why is Fred upset with you?" I go, "I have no idea."
Plus housekeeping, says Bucky Boo. Yeah, there you go, Becky Boo, not Bucky Boo. Sorry, that's what I'm saying. So you got to factor in minus all the utilities.
I love you, Fred.
Someone cleans your room. You got all the utilities included, and then some places they'll provide food. Breakfast, he was saying he got waffles at one place. He was so happy about that. There's a fond memory for him. Free waffles. So yeah, it kind of evens out, I would think, because if it's $200 a week and you stay long term, they probably give a discount.
Yeah,
a loser discount.
I know all that because I lived in a fucking motel for years. I used to travel up and down California, and I would stay in these motels, and I get it. It fucking feels great. I'd wake up, take a shower, leave all the fucking wet towels on the floor, And when I get back, everything's nice and fucking clean. They vacuum. You know what I mean? So
It's a
that is a
replacement
nice
for a
perk.
woman, basically.
Yeah.
But Andy, explain to me why the choice of the motel over just getting an apartment. What was the situation where you couldn't obtain an apartment?
No, I was working.
Because you were wait,
I
what?
was working.
What does that mean?
I've always had a home, but I was working. Like I'd have to go to Sacramento for a week.
So traveling.
Yeah.
So you had to do it for travel purposes. It
And
wasn't.
that's how I know how much it is because I had to pay.
Okay.
So I would get a per diem, right? So they would give me $100 a day to fucking food and lodge, right? So I would pay for the week. So that's how I know for those 5 days how much I'm paying. You know what I mean?
Little Miss STFU. What's that kid's book about the little girl that lives in a hotel? That is Andy. Eloise.
She's so mad at me for some reason. I have no idea what I did.
That's funny though. That's not a mad comment. Damn, you getting soft in your old age, Andy.
I am, dude.
Do you remember Pod Trash? What the fuck, man? Happened to you? I have to do an intervention on you.
Well, apparently, all I do is women's drama. You know.
Yeah, you're turning into a cholo grandma or a chola auntie.
That's what somebody told me the other day, that all I do is women's drama and that I'm a gaslighter and this and that. And I'm like, hey, okay, or whatever.
Sometimes, people say things about you. They might be bullshit. Sometimes they could be true. You can take what they say and maybe they're kind of right. Be self-deprecating and go, maybe I am a gossip queen.
I am, dude.
You and Robin literally did a show called Gossip Hour. That's how you started.
Yeah, we did.
That was the best show, though. That was the best version of you because it was like fucking with Elisa and the Kermit people, and it was funny, and it wasn't very, very serious drama or anything. I'm all for that when it's when there's purpose behind it, though. Like in this case.
Yeah, but I've met really great people here too, man, and we've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I see a couple of them when you're hanging out with people at night, just chilling and playing music. That's cool.
I guess when I get in trouble, like this whole thing with that Raider dude is that he just doesn't want me around his friends, because I think his friends like me more than him. And unfortunately, he has, dirt on people that I know and just threatened me, like I'm going to hurt everybody around you, since he can't get to me. I mean, he's already said he wants to get in the car with his friends and come and beat me up for some reason, And it's like I can handle myself, but I'm not gonna put the people in my chat in any kind of danger from him because they'll try to get their dogs and whatever. Or
we're still talking about cousin?
Yeah.
He wants to come physically. Is he close to you?
He lives about 2 hours away from me.
Oh shit! Let's throw the physical violence as far as like illegal away. Do a boxing match.
Nah, I'd lose.
Why?
I'm not a good boxer. I'm not in good health to be a boxer. I'll fucking lose breath real quick.
So you're saying no cardio.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is he in good shape? He doesn't look like
Probably. I have no idea. He's got like that retard strength. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he looks pretty chubby.
No, well, he's got that retard string. Look at that head.
Is he gang affiliated like you?
No.
Oh, so you got that over him.
It was funny that there was a guy that's affiliated on this panel, and I told him who I was, and then he knew exactly who I was, like my area. And then cousin called me a name, and the dude told him, no, he's not. And I told the guy, this guy doesn't even know the game. You know what I mean? Like if another gangster comes up to me and tells me who they are, I'll know what they run, what area, what kind of shit they're into. Like if you tell me you're like a Latin king, I can tell you who your enemies are. Like the GDs and the folks. Fuck off Latin kings. Stuff like that. Like
there's like subsects to each.
Yeah. He doesn't know that because he's not affiliated. He just talks.
So you called him out and exposed him.
He talks like he is, but he's not. And he talks a big game. He does have some women scared and shit. I'm not scared. I'm just like not gonna. I'm just I'm just not gonna fucking let anybody get hurt. or get, you know, because there's people that actually got freaked out by the shit he was saying, you know. Because there's women here that have been in domestic violence and they don't like hearing a guy say, "I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you," you know.
There's a lot of like, what does he say? Like to try and convince you that he's a gangster? Like, isn't there a lot of rhyming?
Nah,
like,
I don't care about that. I don't
nada,
care.
nada, limonada.
He can't even talk Spanish, bro. Like he
¿Qué
don't
te
got the language.
pasa, cabeza?
He can't, like, you listen to me and Baby Love talk, like you'll get like the way we talk.
Yeah, I heard her the
Yeah.
last night or night before. Yeah.
The way we
she's
talk,
for
we
real.
have a different kind of, you know.
Comprendes, Mendes.
Yeah. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have what we got. You know, he's not from that area.
Yeah, he's not like us.
You know, they ain't like us. They ain't, how's that song?
Not like ain't that a loss? Ain't that a loss? That song, by the way, is taken off. It's gone. It's taken the world by storm. Everyone's.
I know. Cream's Mace.
Might sound like it's only on May Noodle's stream, but it's the world is listening
She
to it.
loves that song, bro. She loves watching you get up and dance.
Yeah, I mean, it's my voice technically. I mean, it's AI, but she's listening to me rap and she enjoys it.
Crazy, bro. I don't know. I'd be like,
imagine if I did a real
doing,
song,
man. You know, it's just like I used to think like Alex had it. You know, I thought he had that fucking alpha male, whatever it is. You know, but the way she talked about him.
No, he's the
most
sub.
Fucked up shit, man. And
Let me explain to you, Alex. Hold on.
Yeah.
I will explain to you, Alex, in 2 seconds. Not literally, but 2 sentences, okay? There was the story we heard where Alex, as a young boy, witnessed his mother cucking his father in front of him, having sex with another man in the living room. He told the story, yes.
Oh, shit.
Translate that to now, he loves this. He loves to find women on the internet, then try and start a relationship with them, and then get heavily jealous and controlling and think in his mind, not because he's mad or just paranoid, but he wants that feeling of, oh, all these men want to fuck the girl that I'm into, and then have that feeling of being cucked that turns him on. So he gets turned on by the idea of like, okay, so let me paint a picture. That whole thing where May Noodles did the twerking video and was twerking for all the men, and he came on and he was really angry. I'm going to give you a little psychology here. Yeah, he's angry, but then it made him horny because he's like, oh, fuck, I'm a cuck. And she's cucking me and humiliating me in front of all these people and twerking her butthole for all these men online. And then he had to update people. Hey, I banged May Noodles on Saturday or whatever it was. People were saying just to prove, oh, I still had sex with her. That's what turned him on to go have sex with her. He's like, he went to go hate fuck her, which is probably ties into a lot of his rapist tendencies too, where all these women claim that he has abused them allegedly. So
do you think he gets a rage hard on? Does he get a rage boner?
Yes, he wants you to think that all of these men, every guy she speaks with and interacts with wants her, and then that turns him on, but then he gets angry. So it's like a jealousy meets fantasy fetish type of thing together. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. Where like he's getting angry that she's actually doing it, but it's also turning him on that she is cucking him. He's a cuckold, and he needs to admit it and come to terms with it. And you think I'm joking? I'm telling you, we can go through.
No, man. I
can go through the clips.
Believe it, yeah.
If you go and listen, by the way, Sam Hill, if you ever listen to this at some point, my stream on your channel is your most popular video ever. Okay. And it was me versus Alex. And if we listen back to that, there's so many elements. I don't know if we'll be able to get through tonight because it's long, but I would love to do this one day where I just go through the whole thing, and you will see me literally predict Alex's future in the span of an hour or so, and then it kind of repeats itself. But I called all of this out. I said, get away from her, dude. She's going to find you too controlling, and then she's going to get turned off by that, and then she's going to start acting out. And then he's like, no, you want to fuck her. And then look what happens. She ends up doing all the twerking, and he's so surprised that she does this. And it's like, this is the way that she reacts when you're trying to be controlling. And she's going to be like, no, fuck you. You don't control me. And she rebels against it. That's her whole MO. And then that's what you get. Now you have your woman's asshole bouncing up and down on the internet forever. And it's like, if you knew that about her and you were cool with it, then that would, who cares, right? I don't give a shit what a woman does. That's her business, but it bothered you and you didn't like that she was doing it. She was twerking for all those RDA guys. She was twerking for Bellin. She was twerking for me. She probably hoped I saw it.
For Belly Blue?
For everyone. And you know what's funny? I said in that argument with Alex, Bellin's trying to turn her into an OnlyFans girl. And what do you see is Bellin's in the chat room going, has she ever considered OnlyFans? And you think I'm joking, Alex. No, he literally was trying to do that. He told me it privately that he was like, oh, we can turn her into an OnlyFans girl.
Yeah. There was a lot of discussions that were being made back then between you and the RDA. I wasn't around. You know me. I don't like those dudes at all. Like, stay the fuck away. But you were actually talking to them for a bit. But I told you they're gonna turn on you the first chance they get, and that's exactly what they did.
They did? I didn't know that. What happened?
Turned on all of you, man. Bellin fucking ratted you out. Fucking.
Oh, you mean turn on me?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew that. And then
I was
cordial with them.
Robin sent like fucking this message to Ross, like, hey, no, I really enjoy you guys. Whatever happened between Bellin and Wush, that's not us. We're gonna keep it cool. And what does he do? Turns around, gets that fucking email. It's like, look, she's over here trying to get with me. Ross, you're a faggot, bro. You're the biggest faggot out here.
Yeah,
that's the reason May Noodles and other people hate me right now, is because I exposed them for being the faggots they are. That's the only reason May fucking hates me and calling me names.
Does that really require an expose?
It does, because they're gaslighting. They think that RDA is like these righteous fucking don't do nothing to people and shit. So I came out and I'm like, look, man, I got receipts right here of the shit they've done, man. And
it does not matter, Andy.
I know, but I had to say it because there are good people in her chat. There are good people. And I don't want, I gotta at least let them know, like, hey, what these dudes are doing. Not even these dudes, what Ross is doing, he's gaslighting all of you. He's using you all and your platform to make fun and get his thrills off going at Jimrinam, right? Why doesn't he do it on this platform? Because he's a scared little bitch. But he's going to use May and her people to do it.
But she also knows that. That's the thing. She already knows that. She's fully aware of it. She knows the bad things about them, and she's actively ignoring them because she likes the support. That's all. She had
fucking a straight pedo in her fucking chat. She had that Noodles guy.
As long as you're supporting her, you could be anything.
Guy. Even like the RDA people were telling her, hey, this Noodles dude is bad news. Like that lady, shout out to like I said, not all hard. My issue is with Ross. Like, he's the biggest faggot out there, right? The other people I don't have issues with. Mr. Cardinal, most of the time she's pretty right on the shit she says.
It's funny. It's telling of RDA Ross Dog that he's not a leader. Why he failed at everything he did, because he's not a leader. He's a follower. He was totally like, "Oh, Wush, that sucks." Like, hearing about this potential for crossover between Pod Trash and RDA, and that it was all ruined by these idiots. We could have had, and he was being very nice.
Back in the day, when I was around them and I followed them, I said, you know what? These guys would be a great addition to Pod Trash, because at that time we were like hitting on all cylinders, and they were like kind of like us, in the radio biz, like with Sayans. That's how I met all them, because
the radio biz, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we all came from like not Opie and Anthony, but they
Podcast.
were more Opie
Live
and Anthony. We
podcast.
were more Stern,
Mhm.
whatever. Shock jock, all that shit back in the day, right? But once I fucking really paid attention, dude, and saw the shit they were doing, I didn't want anything to do with it, bro. I can't sit there and make fun of this girl until she fucking breaks down, Like I can't, dude. It's just,
Oh, you're talking about Limonade?
Yeah. Even though she would go back and she looked for it. That's the only reason I never got involved. But I just say, you know what? I don't want a part of this shit. These motherfuckers.
That was the
got no
funniest
soul.
tell about who these people are, that their prime targets are always women. And they're not like women that are strong and you should fear. It's always the women that are easy targets to them, that they can go, oh, you're insecure.
Lemon's her worst enemy. She's her own worst enemy.
That's why they hated me when I showed up, because I was like, you guys are. It was Betty Spaghetti. It's the whole reason I ever met any of these people. Betty Spaghetti, they were making fun of her. I had no clue who she was. I had no allegiance to her whatsoever, but I simply said in a chat room, after they had lambasted her for hours, they were cheering and recapping it like they just won the Super Bowl. And I said exactly that. I'm like, you guys just attacked a housewife and you're acting like you just won the Super Bowl. And then Rex went off the rails. And ever since then, they were super angry.
That's all it took. That's all.
Whenever it's a man involved, they don't do very well.
That back in the day, that's all it. When they were at their biggest, that's all it took for you to have some kind of criticism towards one of them. That's all it took. You'd get all of them on you, man. And I always found that shit like so funny to me,
Yeah, but that, going back to my point before, is that like Ross Dog was cool until his friends were like, "Oh no, we don't like this guy," and then he just went on the bandwagon, and then even threw Robin under the bus by sharing a message that had it was innocuous, that had nothing to it, no meaning. He tried to turn it into something else, and it's like, that's how gay you are, dude. Like, really?
He makes up fucking he makes up fake accounts and shit, and goes and trolls, and then later denies it.
But then Andy, when I post a simple video, even just making a little joke about his girlfriend, and I put a picture of Roseanne Barr over it because it's clearly that's what she really looks like. And they had a shit fit, and then they had to go through all these people to mediate and be like, you're not going to share her photo or info, right? They got all scared as they constantly campaigned to blast out private DMs and private information. It's okay when they do it, but as soon as their photos are shared or any of the information, they fucking turn into little bitches. Why don't you just get on fucking camera and then you don't have to worry about it anymore? Imagine that. Fucking pussies, all of them. And then Bellin, another one, he's a big fucking fat pussy. And he's like, oh, I'm not a public figure. I'm not a public figure. And then his picture is shown, and then he has what was his name? Focus CDS running defense for him. He's like, oh, that's not Bellin. That's some fucking random Puerto Rican. So I started calling him random Puerto Rican ever since then. It's like, okay, fine. You want to say that? Fine. That's him. That is Bellin in a gimp suit. It's real. Sorry. And that was from his public Instagram. It was not private when I had that. So fuck you guys. I don't care. You're so scared of your face being seen. If you're still scared on the fucking internet in 2024, you are a pussy. I don't respect anything you say or do. You're not even beyond that level of, oh my God, they're going to dox me. Gives a shit. No one does anything. I remember they were, who was it? You know that guy Sheppy?
Yeah.
You remember him?
He
was on I got some random clip that was recommended to me. It's so funny how these fake rumors start. So it kind of connects with Brutal Mafia comes in and goes, oh, Wush and Robin's in Paris because Wush was in Beck's DMs. It's like, not only do I barely know Beck's, but I've maybe spoken a few words to her. And so he just makes up that as a joke. Then Rachella repeats it. And in their case, it's a joke, but then other people think that, and all these people just go with what's said, and Sam Hill doesn't challenge it or go, wait, is that true? What's the proof? Or anything. He just goes, oh, maybe he wasn't to me because of. It's just like,
yeah, but don't do that to Sam Hill though, because he'll have
a bunch of
shift.
dumbasses.
He'll lose it over
But
saying that he's got an old finger. He's like,
but this is an
"I
example.
got an old finger."
So the clip was Sheppy was talking to that girl Jarva, and she does these weird videos where she goes to sleep in bed and then has a guy talk to her while she falls asleep. And he's telling this whole story about the origins of Robin and Elisa Jordana, and saying Robin called CPS on this woman, was his quote, and got her kids taken away. Not only is it untrue, but it's Crystal that they're referring to. Crystal, who became one of Robin's best friends. Why would Crystal be friends with the woman who called CPS on her and got her kids taken away? Second of all, CPS is not an organization where you call them and they go, let's go kidnap this woman's kids. No, they show up. They're there for when something is showing signs, someone's showing signs that maybe they're not fit to be a parent, maybe doing drugs on camera, perhaps, or prostitution. And then they show up, they do an investigation, and if they have findings that are legitimate to take the kids away, then they do. So the person calling can't be blamed. If you're doing nothing wrong and they come and they go, okay, no, you're fit to be a parent, then nothing happens. I don't agree with that happening. But again, the point is Robin never, ever called CPS on Crystal. And then this rumor has been spread now, what is this, 10 years later? Someone's still saying this type of shit. So that's why I say these little things, even when they're jokes, if they're not checked, can be repeated, and then it becomes lore and truth. So you gotta attack it head on. And Sam Hill, you got to do a better job. Fact check things that people are saying. Don't just take it at face value. Jesus Christ, he's probably mad because I haven't showed up in a while. I gave him his best stream. Now he gets no views. But do you want to play a little bit of the Alex thing? Just because there's some funny stuff in there. You can skip through it. And I mean, I put a video on my channel of it, but it's just basically the part where I tell him to run away. He tries to be controlling over women, fails at it. They find him controlling, and then, alas, they start twerking on video.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so much in this that came true. It's crazy. I'll have to go through it. Maybe on the Wush Mean channel.
All right, here we go.
What did I say to you on the panel? What did I say to you on the panel though about how I agreed with you that you could get that impression from me putting that much energy into the panels that people could think that, right?
Right.
So what did I lie about? And I don't. Robin can answer for herself. I can't tell her emotions if she's jealous.
Well, that was the main thing. Was that as far as you, it was.
But I never said whether she was or wasn't. So what was disproven? She said that she's not a girl's girl because she responds to men more than she does women. That was
right, which wasn't true. And she showed, and Rachel showed me the messages.
Well, she showed that she at one point responded to Robin, yes, maybe 1 or 2 times. But overall point being made was women in general, not just Robin. That she gives more attention and responses to men. That was the point. She conflated.
I don't think she know. How could anybody know that other than May herself? First of all, and secondly,
because other people were complaining about it.
I think she gets a ton of messages from all kinds of people, men, women, and she doesn't respond to that many of them. She just doesn't have time, and she doesn't like that aspect. She's not. Listen, she doesn't. I can.
From what I hear, she has all the time for people like Ross and the RDA. She loves messaging those dudes because
she doesn't have time.
Feed her information like crazy.
What else is she doing? This is her like full-time thing. She doesn't work. She doesn't have time. She's getting she's inundated with so many messages. She's so famous with her 30 viewers.
Why say the truth, Alex? She spends the time talking to all the RDA guys and keeps you there sitting there twiddling your thumbs.
I know that's the funniest. The tables have completely turned. So his whole thing, his vector of attack here, as I was cucking him live on Sam Hill for hours and hours, was that, oh, Robin was on a panel with this specific guy and this specific guy, and because she talked to him on a panel, it means she wants to be with him. Ha ha ha. When now the case is he's dating a woman who legitimately spends 90% of her time talking to other men and not him. And then he doesn't even fit into her like creative outlet, if you want to call it that. He just becomes like a distraction of what she's trying to do. He didn't accomplish. He doesn't help her. He doesn't boost her channel in any way. He doesn't make any good content. He just wants to fight with Lay Geno and whoever else over and over. And I even said that in this video, in our argument, all you do all day is argue with Lay Geno. Like, you do nothing. You're boring. And then that was one of her arguing points, that she got mad that all he does is argue with Lay Geno and all these men all day. And even when they were trying to talk about their relationship, he kept going, oh, fuck you, Lay Geno. And I forget who else was there. He's just obsessed with arguing with men online. Mm-hmm. And now the tables have turned. Robin ain't on any panels. She's completely off the fucking internet. And your woman's twerking her asshole into the camera while you watch like a little bitch, and you can't say shit because you literally can't. You have to be subservient to her because you drove across the country for pussy and you got cucked. And now you are under her control. Robin drove 9 hours to meet me, bitch. Not the other way around. You quit your job and you drove how far? Didn't he drive the whole country?
I have no idea how he got there.
Someone had a map at one point where it was like showing the path, and it was like literally across the entire United States.
Did he drive like in a U-Haul truck and put everything in the truck?
A U-Haul truck? You think he has enough stuff to fit in a U-Haul?
Yeah, they're pretty small. They're pretty small.
Nah, it's in his trunk, in his back seat. He probably has maybe a box of clothes, a computer, a phone, and then what else do you need? He does nothing. He has nothing because he's not living in apartments, so he's not like, oh, I have all my utensils and I have all my plates and my dishes and my, all the things you need in an apartment, my pots and pans, my the toilet bowl cleaner. It's because it's all going to be there for him because he's going to a motel. So he has no shit. He's now downgraded his life to being this nomad who has no real home, and now he's hoping he's going to convince this May Noodles to let him move in with her so he doesn't have to pay rent. Sick fuck, man. He's just a predator. He's a predator. He's a 50-year-old predator online, seeks out women with insecurities, and luckily May had some pushback there, but ultimately she falls for it because she loves the attention of men, and a man giving her attention, she'll let him do whatever he wants. And you'll see, he calls her a whore and says she's fucking disgusting and how could you do this? And then shortly after, she goes, yeah, we had sex, so what? It's like, really? That's the type of man? So then you go, yeah, there's other trauma there too. Clearly abusive men are something that she's attracted to.
What sucks though is that she tells these things to her people in chat and they feel a certain way about them. And they go to defend her, and they go to like, oh, it's gonna be okay, May, or whatever it is. And then the next day, she's fucking them, and there's nothing they can do because they're like, well, fuck, I guess that was for nothing, Like, it's weird.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
she
has a fetish for being with abusive men, and then he has a fetish for being cucked. It's a perfect match.
Yeah. Hey, Fetus Mania, good to see you.
What are these
I also noticed that she has a lot of
Concrete Jungle Home Decor.com. Is this your website?
No, that's Make a Mobster's website. Yeah.
Let me take a look at this.
She's a good friend. She does I actually bought a box from her and she sent me a lot of cool stuff. She does like ceramics and
I
candles
see.
and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Earrings and shit like that. She makes it
Cool.
herself, so that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, entrepreneur.
Wow.
You know, I feel like a lot. If you really kind of consolidate the whole thing between me and Alex, it was me actually trying to help him. Really, it really was. I was the entire time. So the first time I approached him, I was very nice, right? And I was like, "Listen, Alex."
No, wait, hold on. No, not me. He's gonna get the people in my chat or anybody in my area. That's what he's coming for, not me. You saw BK. He can't handle me. One
Oh,
on
okay.
one, he can't
Cousin's
handle
coming
me.
for your chatters.
Yeah, for my chatters and
He
people.
knows where they live.
You know, he's gonna fucking try to catch him on certain panels and stuff, you know, and attack him. You know.
Oh boy.
So I said, you know what?
Very.
He doesn't. I guess he didn't like that I smacked him around, so he doesn't want me anywhere around his area. So I said, okay, I'll just stay here. I got other places to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all this internet stuff is so goofy. Why do you
So
think I
weird.
take breaks from this
so
thing?
weird.
It's mentally a good idea to take breaks from this, guys. You really do. If you get fully invested in this for too long, then you start to become the crazy people that you surround yourself with. Even if they're not your friends, just even me covering the May Noodles or being involved in that and arguing with Alex, all of that was like, oh, now I'm
No, but this guy
seeping
really
into
does.
my brain.
He does take. I told you, bro. I ain't scared. This guy really does take this, like, see that emblem that BK
Scared.
has? See that basement kid? He has that TTC. That's like the crew where they hang
That's
out,
his crew.
right?
That's his gang.
So he acts like if that's his gang, bro. Like he's like,
What is it? A gang of 12-year-olds? What is
no,
this?
no, it's a football people. They watch football, and he's not even like an OG. Like came in at the end, you know. But he like takes that shit like very seriously, you know.
I'm confused. You're confusing me, Andy. Who is BK and how does he relate to the
BK,
situation?
he's part of that group. He's part of that group where they
Cousins group?
You know BK? That's a yellow, yellow Kelly, yellow. Remember yellow Kelly from the Kermit people? Remember her?
Oh
She's
yeah,
there now
yeah,
at Forza?
yes.
That's her
Yeah.
nephew or her kid or something.
This is her nephew?
Or something like that. Yeah, basement kid.
Oh, wait. The adult nephew.
Yeah. That's him.
Oh, I know him. No, he had another name before.
Yeah, I don't know if he had another
Brian. Brian, right?
I don't know. I thought it was always basement kid. It was years ago.
Pulling like Billy badass where he pretends he doesn't know what going. Now I've seriously just not been on like any of these panels or the internet much for probably 3 or more months now. I have no clue what's going on, but no, I do remember. Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, you remember him, right? Yeah. You remember him.
Yep. See, Brian. I know what's going on.
Yeah, I forgot. What's your name again?
I don't know him by this name.
It's
Yelly Kelly.
Yelly Kelly, right? Yelly Kelly or something like that. Yellow Kelly.
Yeah, another group of people who were kind of backstabbers. Robin, at least. Robin gave everything she had to those people, and they just fucking screwed her over for Elisa Jordana's big comeback. By the way, imagine that woman went viral on the news and had almost 100,000 views on a video, and then still couldn't sustain any sort of relevancy after that. Like, Jesus Christ!
Man, whatever happened to that dude that beat the hell out of her?
I have no idea. I think he got off.
Hey, Red Sauce.
Red Sauce, what's up?
The judge heard her fucking voice, and he's like,
Yeah, she's
Quit
probably
it.
Yeah, I've heard that. Kelly was always cool. Kelly was always
You were
nice
in
and
the
cool.
right. You were in the right by hitting her.
It was not Kelly. By me saying that, it was not Kelly. It was honestly, it was Forza. Forza kind of like turned on Robin at one point because it was a whole weird thing where what's his face? That's like Elisa's Salacious Crumb. What's his name? You know, the one who beat off to her, sent her all the videos and all that.
I don't know.
You know,
That was a
Andy.
lot. No, I really don't.
Leaf King. Leaf King.
I never really hung out with those with you. When you
Okay,
guys,
so
Sherlock,
to this day, Leaf King is like her manager now, where he goes on the internet and makes a YouTube channel, promotes her, all that bullshit. They discovered, had a blog, secret blog, where he wrote love letters to Elisa Jordana, and he was sending unsolicited jerk-off videos, tribute videos, where he would play videos of her on a screen and then jerk off and come to the video and then send her that video of him huffing and puffing, jerking off to her face on the screen. You know, like those iPad tribute videos where guys put women's faces on an iPad and then they come on the iPad?
These guys, man.
He's that guy. Okay. So he sent her all these videos. She exposed him, showed everyone all the videos and the blog. And still, after all that embarrassment, he's such a sycophant. He continued to love her and support her and be her number one fan. So fast forward, he went into a Discord.
Bro.
He went into a Discord and he recorded Robin in a private voice chat where she was crying over crying that she does so much and then people still don't appreciate it. And then they twisted it into this thing where she's obsessed with Elisa to troll her. And it was like Forza didn't have her back in that whole thing. So yeah, a lot of these people just backstab. So you can't trust anyone on the internet as long as if you don't meet them in person and have a real connection with them. It's hard to trust anyone, really. That's the thing. I'm used to all the people other than you, Andy. You're one of the few pod trash people I've known for over 10 years or more. I've met a lot of them in person. They're not just internet people to me. So that's the difference. And they know my family. I know theirs. They have kids. I know everything about them. So it's not like I don't know. I don't have too many random internet friends that I don't know truly, because you can't trust them. You try to go in these other communities and it just never works out. Look what you're going through now. Now you got a whole civil war going on.
Nah, no civil war.
Yeah, but cousins, nothing scary there. I mean, he got cucked by Foxman Sean and did nothing.
Bro,
what else do you need to know?
That dude has, like, if you really sit down and look at the shit that they've done to this guy.
Which guy?
I don't know. That cousin dude. Like, he came at me. He came at me thinking I'm weak, you know, because he's just like going by my voice and the way I am with people. I'm not very.
Yeah, no, Andy's the real deal.
Yeah, I'm not like very forceful. I don't make ultimatums. He thought I was an easy get, you know, until I had enough and I jumped on panel and I pretty much fucking slapped him around and he got mad and he just started fucking doing some crazy shit with people that I know, you know.
The people who are really gonna do something, they don't talk about it. They just do it.
No, but this dude does do it though. You know what I mean? Like the people over there in his area, like he'll grab like their kids' pics and like show them, like he'll fucking give out their info. Like he does all this crazy shit. And like, I'm not about that, man. I don't want any of that shit over here, you know?
Yeah, that's dangerous territory.
Keep that shit away from me, man. You know, but that's
you do that kind of stuff. It just
play
escalates.
That shit over there, dude. You know?
It escalates, and then egos involved will cause somebody that you do that to do something really crazy, and then they show up to your house and all this crazy shit. So that's so stupid. Keep it to the online banter and stop being a little bitch. Like putting kids. What do the kids got to do with it?
Yeah, so I just kind of said, you know what? You win, dude. Like, I won't go anywhere. You're TTC people.
But he's saying, Brian's saying, like no one takes. I've never seen anyone take cousins seriously. Maybe
in their area. Like they know how to deal with them. You know what I mean? Like, there's the people in my chat are a lot different from the people in their chat. You know.
Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, Wush knows everything amazing. No, I just have a photographic memory when he said Yelly Kelly, that it's her nephew. Then I connected the dots of, oh yeah, I remember I used to talk to Brian. And he was a very nice guy from my memory. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a nice kid.
Yeah. So that's all I know. I still do not understand why he's fighting with this Cousins guy.
Well,
I know
that's
that
the best. I'm just not, I won't be around that little area, No biggie.
So who in particular is mad at you? Because I heard there's certain people.
Lexi Lou and
Oh, you can squash that. Lexi Lou was mad at me at one point.
yeah. It's cool, bro. It is what it is.
So I was in there. They had a Discord, and I was in there, and
God damn that! Tell you what, though, man, that fucking I could do without that Dark Tina. She's a fucking
Dark Tina,
dude, man. Everywhere I go, she just fucking has always something to say to me. I don't even fucking talk to the girl. I don't.
She's just
why is Lexi mad at me? Because I kind of, I didn't throw her under the bus, but I put shit in. Well, BK. Come on, stop it.
In my case, Lexi was having a bad day, and then this kind of ties into my whole thing where I was saying, like, trying to join other communities. Like, they have their way of doing things. They have their friends and their vibe. It was sort of like trying to, Pod Trash was pretty welcoming, but still, you kind of had to adapt to the things going on there. Yeah. And then I try to see from their perspective. I really do. When someone shows up into a community and doesn't know all the lore, like, oh, you don't know about Foxman and the time that him and Joe Walsh did this thing, and you don't know about this. And it's like, why would I know about any of this? I don't follow it. You could tell me what's going on and I can learn, but no, they have no patience for that. So it's like, you're asking stupid questions, and it's like, okay, whatever. Clearly I'm not wanted here. I leave. Lexi freaked out on me, but I leave the Discord. I'm like, I'm not going to be in a place that they don't want me there. And I think also tied into that whole thing with Artie, Ross Dogg's girlfriend, they were scared I was going to do something to her. But they reached out to me after I left, and she was like, hey, I'm sorry. I was having a bad day, blah, blah, blah. Maybe partially damage control, but ultimately I talked to her. I was like, it's fine. I don't need to come back in there. I'm not mad. I'm not going to be going on and on about you guys.
I remember you and Tina would get into it in there too.
Oh yeah. She's just a troll there specifically to elicit reaction. There's nothing else to it.
Exactly, bro. I can't stand her, bro. I really can't. Like
a dark Tina.
I never met a woman that fucking
Brutal Mafia. What's the other one? Guys who just say shit to say shit. But if nobody checks them and they don't know them, like say someone came into your chat and he says something like, oh, Robin's embarrassed because he was caught in Beck's DMs, which never happened.
Thank you for the donation. If you want me to say your name, I will. But thank you for the 20. That's awesome.
Damn, I'm making you money, Andy.
Yeah, I'm making me money, man. $20.
Do you get donations often?
Nah, not really.
Oh, okay. Well, I want.
No, but the whole thing, I already apologized to Lexi for throwing her under the bus.
15%.
Unknowingly throwing her under the bus, because I really wanted to get into that cousin dude's head, so I just said some shit that I shouldn't know. Not knowing that she was involved, and he took a wrench, and he was mad at her, and she got upset, That's all it was. Yeah.
Brian says, I would get banned from Pod Trash constantly. I didn't do the cock joke, anal jokes gimmick, so I didn't fit in.
Well, you weren't gay enough, BK. You
weren't gay enough. I don't remember. I was never the cock joke, anal joke guy, but I do know there were some people in Pod Trash that used to love to do that. They still might exist to this day.
But
I don't remember you getting banned, and if it happened, it wasn't.
I do remember he came in, but nobody knew who he was. And he kicked him, right? I think somebody kicked him. And then Kelly came and said, why the fuck you guys kick my nephew? Like, how are you guys going to grow?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
I kind of remember that, yeah.
I don't know. I just remember that happening.
The majority of it was Stern content, though, Brian. Joey Boots, Hypercharic, Gonzo, and then a bunch of original shows. It wasn't, there was a lot going on there. That was the best community on the internet ever, and it will never happen again. You'll never find that diverse amount of people, age groups. We had guys like 18-year-old, like fit people in their 50s and 60s, men, women, gay, straight, every race, every religion, every political ideology, all in the same place. And they somewhat coexisted, which is amazing. You can't do that now.
You know what's weird though? Sometimes I think what would have happened if Joey wouldn't have died.
Yeah, yeah.
Where would we be right now, dude? Like, what would we be doing? Because that
Well,
was like a major thing, you know. Like a lot of shit happened after he died.
there's two different things there. So Joey dying in a weird way kind of had the most exposure for the site because it was in every major news outlet. It was on CNN, it was on Fox News, it was on Washington Post, New York Post. Because he died, and we had the audio of it happening live on the air. But if he stayed around, I think that Jack and Jeff situation, serial killer Jack, would have still happened, maybe.
I don't know.
It might have still had the same outcome, but who knows? And I still, even after he died, I continued on. Like, then Booney left. Booney and Chuck going to that Gonzo thing was the biggest betrayal ever. If that didn't happen, maybe things would have went different. But because that did, it was always going to end. Yeah. Like, I went for another year, and I was just like, I saw the decline. Luckily, before, like, I wasn't delusional of like, oh, I'm going to turn this around. And then that's why I had to start to like transition to a regular job again. But for fuck's sake, from 2009 to 2018, I did not work a 9 to 5. I was solely surviving off of like WDM and then Pod Trash. And even now, I don't have a boss. I don't work a regular 9 to 5. But yeah, I survived on those two websites that entire time, which is pretty awesome. I wish we could go back to that time, but you can't.
No, you gotta move forward.
Yeah, it was so much more fun. Even like the drama was more entertaining because it was like the different shows. It was like we created our own universe.
That was our own little thing. Yeah.
It was like show versus show.
Oh god, I remember when Joey would go off on Crystal. You cut, you cut, you cut.
Actually, I just found I started a Pod Trash highlights room in the Pod Trash Discord. I found really funny clips of me versus Joey at one point. Yeah. And I called him out to his face. And it was about him doxing, I don't know, they were claiming that he called someone out for spreading private information. I forget who. And then I called him. I was like, "Hey Joey, when you joined Pod Trash, you gave away a black book of celebrity phone numbers."
Oh, I remember that.
Like, don't you remember?
It had to do with Cactus guy, right? Was it Cactus Jack?
Yeah, Cactus Mad and Maxwell.
Cactus Mad and Maxwell, and something about. I remember Max and him got into it over that fucking black book too. Yeah.
Yeah,
a bunch of celebrities numbers in there. Yeah.
Joey's like, well, those are friends of mine, and I gave numbers to a guy doing a show and try to help him get guests. And I'm like, but did you contact all of those celebrities and ask them if they want unsolicited phone calls? And he's like, come on, that's not the same thing. You're being a dick. And we went at it pretty bad, but we would always, that was the thing when Pod Trash people fought, it would be super brutal. They'd say the most heinous stuff. We would pretty much cross the line, but we never doxed. We never went real life with it. And it could be the worst fight ever, but then the next week, because all the shows were scheduled and it was actual show with an intro and consistency and all that stuff, tried to make it like a show at least. Everyone was friends again the next week. Like, it just, things moved on. It was very rare someone held a grudge because we knew it was all just for the entertainment, even if it was a real fight, and all of them were. But this shit is all like internet wars. Look, this fucking May Noodles is going to be going, I came after Jimmernam It's gonna be 2 years later, and she's still gonna be streaming about Jimmernam. And the guy's like,
She's gonna be another Vin Vader. Her and Vin Vader are gonna be locked in the hip from here to eternity. Talking about Jimmernam.
Yeah, Vin Vader. I don't know much about him. He seems like a nice guy, but I do feel like a lot of his passion is not backed by his actual care for children. It's more about just vengeance against this guy who made false accusations about him. And that's really the main reason. I don't think he really gives a shit about the kid content, because he even knows it's a little bit exaggerated. And that's coming from me, a guy who despises Jimmernam. It's like, yeah, he was inappropriate with children.
Yeah.
But he was never convicted, and also he didn't, F a child. He was being immature and trying to impress kids, like trying to be shock jock.
Mm-hmm.
He thought he was Howard Stern. That was it. And the guy moved on. But I'm amazed by his ability to grift like no other. Like he will have one topic, he will beat it to death, and then he'll get exposed and people will find out who he is. His channels get taken down, and then he finds a whole new thing. Like now it's Gypsy Rose content, and people are eating that shit up now with Gypsy Rose. And I saw the other night he had like 500 people watching. Granted, probably half of those are fake.
No, they're all real.
Nah, man, because
they're
I noticed something
all
funny.
real. You know why? Because they all go into Starlights too. They all come from TikTok.
Yeah, but I noticed something funny.
They're getting their numbers.
Funny.
Huh?
He ran a poll and said, vote if you hit the like button. And the poll had 1,000 votes saying people hit the like button, but the video only had like 400 likes. It's were 600 people lying.
No, he gets big numbers, dude. Like I can't.
I'm not doubting it, but he definitely bots his streams as well.
Oh, I don't know if he does or not, but I know those people are real. Those 500 people, they're definitely real. I've seen it.
Okay, I'm just telling you, he bots that shit. He also buys the subs as well. He pads it. That's a better word for it.
Definitely, because I know my friend Starlight doesn't do that, and she was getting 500 all in the Gypsy roasting, and that chat was flying like a motherfucker, man. People they're just really invested. Saying. They're really invested in this fucking Gypsy Rose content.
That's what I'm saying. There's two paths here, and this has always been a point of contention for me, and something that's hard for me to stomach. That I could take any of these subjects that are like viral subjects, pick a person that people already hate, then make content about that person. It's easy respect. People like you because you're making fun of the person they dislike, and then find a viral trend and then start covering that. But it's like, when you're not, I'm convinced Jimmernam does not give a fuck about Gypsy Rose. He does not give a fuck about 90% of the other stuff that he's ever covered. He does it simply to create a channel and get the buzz and the viewers and make donations off it, which is fine if that is your choice. But for me, it's so hard for me to fake interest in something I don't care about. You know what I mean? Like it would be like as if I just suddenly started covering Gypsy Rose, and I know I could do it and then have people tuning in and listening about it, but I don't care about it. That's my challenge. It's like, do you be a fucking sellout just to make money off of YouTube? And it's like, I luckily don't need to. So that's why I'm able to make that decision. But I guess he has no choice.
Yeah.
But he's a master at that. I can compliment him on that front. He's doing
it good so far, as long as he just stays away from alcohol or just don't get too drunk, because that's always his downfall. He'll build up this community and he just tears that shit down with alcohol.
Yeah, because he finds, I think he goes on like Reddits or something, and he finds the most trending thing on Reddit, and then he just turns that into a YouTube channel. This is essentially what he's doing.
I remember he tried doing the Karen thing.
Mm-hmm.
He tried doing what's those comedians? Remember he was doing the comedians for a while?
Oh yeah, Brendan Schaub.
Brendan Schaub.
T-Facts.
Yeah, he got booted out of the Reddit community by, and it's funny because that's all she plays. Right, lately, May's been playing nothing but that video of Illuminati going over Gemini and shit.
Oh, did they find her? Because I thought she disappeared, and then they found some channel that sounded like her, but they weren't sure if it was her or not. Like she had some big scandal, Illuminati, and then she disappeared from the internet.
I think something happened with her and her boyfriend. Then her boyfriend started outing shit on her.
Okay, well then, because then there was a channel that was found of a woman who sounded a lot like her, and they were contemplating whether that was actually her pretending to be somebody else or not. I don't know if that was ever revealed to be her.
Who knows? YouTube's a big place, man.
The Krama community, yeah, it gets a lot of views.
That's how he hides, man. That's how Gemini hid for the longest. But he finally found something that he's like really good at, and he's like, he got a lot of his people from the TikTok people, you know.
TikTok people.
Yeah.
Whatever, Gypsy Rose TikTok people.
Yeah, it's the whole thing, dude.
Oh boy, I don't know though. Like as a 50-year-old Asian man.
There's this guy that I've been following. I've been thinking about doing some content on him. His name's Asian Andy. So this motherfucker, he's crazy, right? But so he rents out. So he has this house where he goes live from, right? And he rents out one room to this one Asian dude, right? And he rents out another one as an Airbnb room. Lo and behold, he gets to fuck one of those squatters, like a really well-known squatter that like she squats in these
career squatter.
Yeah. But she fucked up because Asian Andy just puts her through hell, bro. He'll fucking smoke weed all day long, and she's like, can we stop smoking weed just for a little bit? He's like, no. Yeah. And then he'll like play music all night. And then she called the cops on him, dude. She calls the cops on him, and when the cops get there, they're like, oh, this lady, because they've already dealt with her.
Yeah.
And the cops are laughing, dude, because he's like, he won't let me sleep. And they're like, man, but this is in your house. Well, by court, illegally, he can't kick me out.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's a whole YouTube genre about these people who squat in houses, and then how the homeowners troll them, and they'll change the locks, and then these people can literally just come into your home and then just take over it. It's crazy. Yeah. And it happens more often than you think. And then they walk around like they own the place. I forget the YouTube channel I was watching, but it was crazy. Like mansions these people would take over just through these little loopholes in the law and the tenant laws. Up here, the tenant laws are insane. It's probably it works out to your benefit. Everything here is highly regulated to benefit the tenant. Like up here, the only thing a landlord can take is first month's rent. No first and last, no security deposit. All they can take is 1 month's rent, and you can move in. And then at the end of the year, when your lease renews, they can try to increase the rent price, but it has to be within a reasonable 1 to 3% or something. And then even then, you can write to the board, the tenant board, and negotiate the price down to a more fair price. Yeah. And there's all these rules, like the same thing that works for squatters. Like they cannot just kick you out. Yeah. They have to go through a whole process with the courts and give you official notice. So people can stay for months even if they're not paying. It's crazy.
Check it out. So this is him right here. Look.
The situation is we have a squatter. My sister's house. She is a teacher.
They will not stop. They will not stop.
She's on the phone with the cops.
Oh yeah, I've seen a guy who
they left. The deputies left, and
he puts a wood over the door and locks them in.
she's like, the deputies just left, and he keeps playing the music.
I wish I could find that for you. Yeah, it's a video where a guy has a squatter in his home. So what he does is they live in one room and he takes 2x4s and he drills them into the door frame so that she can't get out of the room.
Yeah.
And just traps her in. It's the funniest.
So
video.
here she comes with the fake notice. You know, here. And he already knows.
I'm serving you with something called a notice of preservation. Wow, that's a shitload of weed. It's a legal notice. It's for Ben, since you seem to be here.
Yeah, shut the power off.
Huh?
Yeah, because they said I would just shut the power off. They would do.
Yeah, that's what he was
like
doing. That's what he was doing.
They would like cut the water off to that side of the house, and
This isn't going to go away.
So that's her.
You're going to be a very miserable woman. And, you know, I'm starting to have.
So then she puts her own locks on it and doesn't let the other people that live there.
Especially
get
his
in.
father being so.
Hi, Mary. We're getting.
Oh, she finally got arrested.
I'm 17. You grabbed.
I do. I have a feeling this is gonna go by really fast.
We keep this love in a photograph.
Yeah, it's really funny though. If you go and watch Asian Andy,
Mhm.
that shit's fucking funny.
Is it,
Have a great night,
is it the same Asian Andy from Ice Poseidon?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, I was like, I recognize that guy.
Yeah.
Asian Andy. He was like the first stalker of Ice Poseidon, and that's how the whole Andy thing started.
Yeah.
Calling
he
everyone
goes live
Andy.
on, I think he goes live on another platform. He just does YouTube's, but he does because like YouTube will shut you down, dude, like really quick. You know, I can't even get remonetized anymore. They shut me down all the time, and so that's why a lot of people go over there. I forgot where he's at. What's the other one? Who? He's on X or some shit, or I forgot what's he on. Kick. I think he's on Kick.
Kick.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on Kick.
I'm trying to find this video because it's so funny where the guy just like, you can hear banging on the door like, hey, what's going on? And he's just like drilling the plywood in. So she can't get out. This is so crazy those laws exist to allow people to do that.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
They don't want to leave. Yeah.
I know, but it's
what
like
some
there's
people,
some-
what some people do is that they wait with cameras for them to completely leave. Like they go out to go do something and they run up in there, they throw out all their shit, and they just call the cops and they're like, yeah, we don't know who they're.
But it's also, I've heard a story where a woman hired a handyman to come help her fix things and renovate her home. And to get a cheaper price, she allowed the man to live with her while he was doing the work. And bam, he wouldn't leave. And he was stuck in her home. She couldn't get him out for like a year or so. It took a whole long process. So there's something, it's usually Airbnbs they do with. They'll go into an Airbnb and then they'll just stay in there. But it's just like some rule where if they stay in long enough and they can start accepting mail there or some packages, there's even little things. It like automatically turns on this switch of like this person now has a right to live here. It's fucking creepy, man.
That's fucked up. If does it have to be certified? Because like anybody could just send the mail, right? I'll be like, Wush, send me this letter.
I think it could be anything.
Remember when I tried to get a car and I had to have someone act like they were my boss?
Yeah.
You did that for me. That was cool.
This is one of them. This is like some nightmare story of a squatter. I'll try to find the other one. I put it in the private chat. I don't know if that works.
I got it.
I want to see this. Try to find this other one.
Let me play this one.
Warning about a growing trend for American families earning extra cash by renting their home on a popular website. Tonight, one woman couldn't get those renters to leave. Here's ABC's Candice Gibson with what you need to know before opening your home to strangers.
This is what one California homeowner called a living nightmare. Watch as this couple roams the Santa Cruz house, rummaging through the refrigerator cabinets, the homeowner standing on the side, helpless.
Do you feel like a prisoner in your own home?
Absolutely. I have 8 security cameras in my house right now.
33-year-old Poonam Sandhu renting her master bedroom to this couple through Airbnb last month. Weeks into the contract, agreeing to transition to a cash-only payment, not involving Airbnb. And that's when Sandhu says the payment stopped coming.
So I asked them very politely, it's time for you guys to go.
And did they go?
They did not.
Surveillance cameras rolling as the duo is served legal papers, but they refuse to leave. The shirtless male seen creeping throughout the house at night. California law on their side.
California law allows the tenant that 30-day notice because they have to find a new place to live.
Yeah. And that's expensive.
And some tenants have been using that to their advantage.
Sandhu finally agreeing to pay $1,700.50 to get the pair to leave her own house, figuring it's less than a lengthy eviction process.
Nightmare?
Absolute nightmare. Worst thing I've ever experienced.
She paid them $1,700 to leave their house.
Yep. I've seen ones where there's like actual violence, and I don't know, it was this black family that moved into and squatted, and the guy was trying to get them out for so long, and then it almost turned into like
Oh, look at this one. Look at this one.
To only book through Airbnb, they may change policy to financially penalize anyone who overstays an Airbnb reservation. Other experts encouraging those renting out their homes to do background checks. Candace Gibson, ABC News, Santa Cruz, California.
See, that's where she fucked up.
Yeah, there was some where like the people live in the attic, and then people move into the home, and then they realize that someone's been living in their attic like months into living there. How creepy would that be? And at nighttime, the woman would sneak out of the attic and then go into the fridge and take food. And they thought they had like an animal or something that was stealing the food. And then they set up cameras, and they finally caught this woman like crawling out of the ceiling to grab food and then running back up into the attic. And it was like this hidden attic that I guess they didn't know they had. And she had a whole home up there. It was crazy. And she had been in it for years. The previous people who lived there didn't even know she was there. It's crazy. Damn it. I wish I could find this video. I found a similar one of a guy just putting up wood against the door, but it's not as funny as the other one. Because you get to hear the woman screaming, going, "What are you doing?"
As
he drilling the wood. Yeah, I could have made this spicy for you, Andy, if I would have went through the video.
Oh, it's fine, dude.
I would have shit on him.
I gotta go to bed anyways. It's fucking late for me. It's late for you. What are you up?
I'm so confused with you. Like the other night, you're like, it's early. And it was like 2 a.m. I was like, what? Now, so what is early and late for you? You said 2 a.m. my time was early.
I go to bed early now because I wake up really early to take my dad to, places. I'm up at 6 a.m. every day now. I can't watch streams like I used to.
Yeah, no, normally I'd fall asleep at like 10 p.m. Super, super early. But no, it was Labor Day. And then, I just enjoyed staying awake. I don't know. Part of me is kind of like, I don't want to. Even getting involved in their whole story just annoys me. But I just want to correct the record of just this guy Alex is such a loser, and I gave him such a easy out where he could have just moved on. He couldn't do it. It's funny, like he doesn't have control. He pretends and wants to be controlling. And he made this whole agreement like, oh, we're not going to talk about you anymore. And then his stream, so he was in control of it, couldn't even stop her from bringing me up. So
She's in love with you. I told you. That's why she watches your video all the time.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It could have just ended amicably, and then I guess she didn't want that. She wants the abuse. Told you, she likes the abuse. But his delusions of that I loved made noodles and one of it, dude.
the other way around, buddy.
I'm sorry, man, but like, and he has, like I'm not
what he
bigging
wants,
myself. I'm not bigging myself up, but I've never had issues in my life where I needed to pine for a woman. Like I said, like Robin and I met, and she drove 9 hours to come meet me, and then we were in a relationship. It's been 8 years. Okay,
If he is stuck over there, right?
he is.
He should have just waited for her to come to him. She would have flew there. I mean, she flew all the way to be with Jim Birmingham. Why didn't he wait for her to fly to him to see if it was
Because he's desperate, and he lives in a motel, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive across the country, and then this woman, I'm gonna convince her to let me stay in her apartment. Then I'm gonna save all this money on not rent. What do you call it? Hotel motel fee.
Yeah,
that's really what he's doing. He doesn't care about her. If he actually cared or had any feelings for her, there would be no tape of him going, "You're a fucking whore. You're disgusting." Ugh. Like,
you know what else?
Find me one video of me saying a single bad word about Robin in the entire 8 years that we've known each other. Actually, more than that, because I knew her for probably maybe another year before we started dating. Never said a bad word about her ever, and would never do that. And this guy, they've been together for barely what? I mean, they claim they were dating, I guess, when I started going on her panel, but then they broke up and they broke up and they broke up. But really, the actual relationship, now that you're in her life or in the vicinity an hour away, mood poisoning is saying, but then they met a few times, I guess, and now he's there. That's where it actually starts. And already you've gone on panel and called her a dumb whore, disgusting, and were abusive to her. Like, already that's disgusting behavior, man. It shows he doesn't give a shit about her, and that he's there like, "Hey man, I'm gonna manipulate this woman into letting me stay at her place, and then her disability checks will support us."
Alex, how could you?
It's fucking vile, man. He's just a serial stalker of women on the internet, taking advantage of them at fucking 50 years old. Creep. Like, no experience with family life or any of that stuff. Taking care of people, having responsibilities. All you know is being a weird guy who just travels around the country, motel to motel, trying to stalk women and rape them. That's all I have to say about you. You're pathetic, man. When I watched him in that motel room spiraling and spurging for 6 hours straight, I felt bad. I had pity for him. But lucky enough, there's a woman even more damaged and has no self-esteem that she's willing to allow a guy who calls her a whore in front of everybody in her home. So good luck with that. How the turntables. Now, your woman's the one on panels with a bunch of men. It ain't me, bitch boy. That was crazy, that stream where he was like, she was exposing that he thought everybody was having sex with her. And then, funny enough, too, this was one of the points I was going to make. He went on this whole rant about like, "Oh, Wush, you misread signals. Like, you're a nerd because you misread signals." It's like, then when they got into this argument of her twerking her butthole everywhere, he said and admitted, they both did, that during that whole period of time when I was on her panels, that he was mad at her, saying she was being too flirtatious with me.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Total opposite. Doesn't even realize he's contradicting everything he said before. So what does that tell you? And he's like, "Oh, well, you're misreading her flirtatious."
Telling you, there's a reason why she plays your fucking song, bro. She can't get enough of you.
I don't know what it is. I find it disturbing, and honestly, if you really consolidate everything I did for her, I did the best for her channel that anyone else has.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave her the best streams, the best stories, the best Jimmernam content, and that was it. And that's where it stopped for me. It was a good way for me to get back into streaming at the time because of the timing of it. I was going to start anyway. And it was a good platform. And it wasn't, I will take back what I said. I wasn't using her specifically for that. But I was like, I hate Jimmernam. You hate him. Robin introduced me to her and her panel, May.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, you should go on here. So for Robin to be jealous would be kind of funny and ironic considering she's the one who introduced me to her and told me to go on her panel in the first place. So all bullshit. And the other thing that I caught in Beck's DM, Bex and I barely know her. I've spoken to her a few times. Untrue. But continues spreading these weird rumors. I don't get what that accomplishes. But
That's something that gives them something to talk about, you know.
She goes to the hotel with him. How do you know there's food poisoning? Yeah, he moved there like an hour from her. Yeah, that's what I heard. Like he first drove all the way there, all the way across country. Then he went to a Motel 6 or one of those things, an hour away from her, and she still was like afraid to meet him. Imagine driving across the country for this woman, and then she just starts twerking on camera for men and just embarrasses the fuck out of you. And you're like, holy shit, I just quit my job and moved across the country, drove across the country, and then this is what I get in return. And you'll see play. Did you see the video I made on the Wush channel?
No. Oh, which
You
one?
didn't? It's short. Here, let me play it for you. On my Wush channel. Wush Here we go. True Lies number 2 in the private chat. Since we like to play videos over and over again. There you go. That one. We can end on this. Did you get it?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
How can it get any better from here?
It doesn't.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
No retard you are that needs that to be true.
She
because
said
you're a pathetic fucking nerd. You would never go for a guy like you.
Loser.
You would never go for
You try to have control, and you try to be controlling, and then women
like a
dislike
weirdo
it.
in that server and embarrass the fuck out of
This guy's
himself.
controlling and
no,
weird
we won't
and
be playing.
angry
We won't be playing the voicemail.
obsessive.
You're talking about.
Run.
You just started
Get the
talking
fuck away
you don't
from
like
her.
what I'm saying, you fucking dork.
If you had
You're
any
fucking nerd,
fucking
Wush. You're a
brains,
fucking
you'd be like,
nerd.
this
You're not
guy
the
is
ladies'
telling
man
the
that you
truth.
think you are.
And
You're
you
not the
take my
ladies' man
advice
that you
and
think you are,
run.
bud.
Run. That's my advice based on belief.
She fucking puts out twerking videos. Are you fucking kidding?
Twerking for this dork. Penis. This is the way I defend myself. Dork. Penis. Twerking for this dork. Penis.
Gonna turn her out and turn her into an OnlyFans model.
Twerking for this dork. Penis. Wush.
And I saw it coming. Nobody ever believes me. I predict all of this. Why should we believe? Because I have a great track record of predicting all of this online. You're a smart guy.
Damn, are you serious, bro?
I want to say retardation. Is that okay? I've seen people come and go doing the same thing. They're very predictable.
Right? Am I predictable too? Yes.
The great Sam Hill. And Sue is there. Stabby Sue. She was defending me.
Nice.
What's the deal with you and Sue?
Nothing.
Was that just a joke?
Yeah.
She cool. Yeah.
You guys are not getting married?
Nah, man.
Does she live close by?
Not at all.
Oh damn! I'm sorry, Andy.
Dang it.
She I think she's gonna get in trouble. I heard because she. I don't know where I saw this. Someone said because you were doing a stream about May and that she was there on your panel, she's gonna get a lashing for betraying her.
Fuck that. Anybody can do whatever they want. What the fuck is this shit?
I know. That's just how the internet works in these sectors. You betrayed me.
Her whole thing has been Sam Hill. She hates Sam Hill, and she's upset that.
Wait, Sue or May?
May, no, Sue.
Sue hates Sam Hill now?
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Oh,
she always has, and she's always been
Oh.
very protective of May over him for him being such, the way he treated her with stuff. And she got upset, whenever May goes back to talk to Sam Hill, so that's her issue,
And she also is supportive of you.
Yeah.
And what are you and May are friends or what? What is it?
Oh.
You and May is it?
I have
what is
nothing.
it?
I have nothing to do with her.
Just neutral.
Not even that, dude. I guess you can say neutral. But I do call out of the shit that she does, her fucking doxing, and I don't call her name. I don't call her names, or I don't make fun of her or whatever. But she does like doing that to me, so.
That's commendable. Sue just goes with what she feels is right. She's not playing sides. She just goes with what she feels. I respect that. But she's not like, oh, I can't go on Andy's because this person doesn't like. I hate when people do that. They like try to gatekeep people and like your
There's
mind.
a lot of that going around. There's a lot, man. There's a lot of that going around, dude. Like people don't like certain people being certain places, I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna stay here.
May is attacking him. She's attacking you?
Yeah. It's all right though.
Correct me. Yeah, this is why I disappeared from the whole thing because, like, you can't correct her. You can't teach her anything. You can't show her anything. You can't convince her of anything. She doesn't care. Whatever she feels like doing, she's going to do that. And if you disagree with it, then it's a fuck you. We learned all that. Robin, probably one of the nicest people on the internet, if she's even willing to like go, fuck you, Robin, you're gross, and do all that disgusting thing. And Robin never insulted her once. You go back, find a single clip of her insulting May Noodles. Never happened. She simply disagreed and showed concern for the direction she was going. And still, it was like, you betrayed me. Now I'm gonna go DEFCON 4 on your ass, so it really is a waste of time. I mean, it's content, I guess, that cover it, but you're not going to save her, you're not going to fix her, you're not going to help her. You just got to sit back and watch the train wreck, plant the seeds, and watch them grow into funny content from the sidelines. When you get too involved, it's just going to seep, like I said, into your head, and you're going to go crazy. You're going to become the crazy one. Don't do it, Andy.
I'm good. Hey, bro, I'm going to go to bed, though, man. Are you going to go live?
No, I'm good. Thought we were going to cover the Alex stuff, but it's too long.
I'm down to do it tomorrow, man. You want to go live? We'll do the whole thing.
Yeah, maybe
It's
tomorrow.
got to be earlier.
Yeah, better time when people are actually awake and doing.
Yeah.
What time is that for you? You're 3 hours behind.
Yeah.
Or,
I'm down anytime. Just like once it's like 1:30 already for me. So I gotta
okay,
go.
so 1:30. Wait, 1.
So it's like
Okay.
it's like 3 for you. So I don't even know what you're doing now.
No, it's 4.
Yeah.
So around like 7 or 8 p.m.
Yeah. Well, we could talk. We'll definitely talk. I'll just hit you up and I'm like, hey, I'm free now. Anytime you're ready.
Yeah, I left a comment on Sam Hills. I was like, you didn't even check that guy for making that comment. Do we have to do a part 2? But I don't know. It would be funny. Because if I talk to Alex now, oh boy, it's not going to end good for him. With all the recent events. But we'll see. Hit me up tomorrow.
I will, brother.
All right,
man.
thank you, everybody.
Have a great night. Have a great night,
Robin
everybody.
is doing great, by the way. She's fine. No one needs to worry about her. She's just doing actual real life. Go on her Instagram. She's living real life with real people having fun. The internet, she just wants nothing to do with it at the moment. So, good night.
All right, man.
Thank you, Andy.
See you, buddy. Have a good night, everybody. I'm going to crash out. I'm tired. We'll probably be back tomorrow. Who knows? Well, we'll see.
Raindrop, top, fucking up, looking the hot box, fucking on your bitch, yeah, looking up, open the crock pot.
It's a good day to be alive. Come to think of it, every day's a good day to be alive.
Yeah, Andy Cruz stinks. You run for the hills. Oh, look at them on their high horses. Frog looking ass. Do you have pants on? We got fans. I chow down on some girls' backsides. Hell yeah, I have. Thank you all for showing up. I love you all. Have a great night.